So in this video we're going to take a look at the mirror tool, and the mirror tool is used simply to mirror objects in our scene. So in this scene I've created a simple teapot and a text shape item which I've added an extrude modifier to create this 3D text geometry. So very straightforward, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both items in my scene and I'm going to come up to my main toolbar and choose the mirror tool from the icons visible. And straight away you can see that the items that I had selected have been mirrored. They're now facing the opposite direction and have been mirrored along this x-axis. So if we come up to the components of our mirror tool, we can indeed adjust the mirror axis, so I can have these mirroring along a different axis, either the x, y and the z, or a combination of x and y, y and z and x. So again we can sort of manipulate and play around with the different mirror axes. At the moment the clone selection is set to no clone, so basically the original items that I had in my scene are no longer visible, they're no longer present, they've been replaced by the mirrored objects. But I can choose to copy my original objects, so I'm left with the original object and new mirrored copies have been created, or I can choose the instance option if I want to select instanced versions of those clones. So if I choose the copy option here, the items there, the mirrored items are basically sat on top of the original. So if I adjust the offset value here, then I can bring these objects away from their original position and offset them by a set value and place them in my scene so that they become a mirrored copy of the original items. Again, I can change my axes if I want, but I'll stick to the x-axis. Click OK, and there we can see that I have mirrored copies of my original geometry.